Hey guys, it's Lucy. Welcome to another Permaculture Perspectives. I thought that since my last episode was super theoretical and non-practical, I would like to make this one extra super practical. And since we're getting into the fall/winter season, I like to make my own hand balms and hand salves because I get really dry skin and I even get eczema, which I have right now. And I don't like using commercial products very much. And I got the idea to make my own because last year I bought a little can of this badger balm at a natural pharmacy, and then I looked at the back and the only ingredients are olive oil and beeswax. So I thought instead of spending 10 bucks for this little tin, I could spend way less and make way more using my own supplies. So if you come over here, I'll show you everything that I'm going to be using today. So I have got my extra virgin olive oil here. I have a little bit of grated beeswax here, and I have a big block of that, so I just cut it off with a knife. Then I have some raw organic shea butter, which is not necessary, but I really like to include it because it's moisturizing and really good for the skin. Then I have some of this, which I found at Winners. It's just a mix of different oils that are skin calming, and you can use it on your face, so it's really good to use on any sensitive areas. I've been using this on my face and my scalp, and so I'm going to add it to my hand cream as well. Then I've got tea tree oil, which I'm going to be putting just a few drops in there. It's really good for disinfecting and healing the skin, and I also really like the smell of it. And I've read that it's pretty good for eczema as well, as long as you don't use it too much and you dilute it. And so I've got my little tin, which I'm going to be reusing here, and I've got my cream pot in case I have some extra, which I think I will have. And then I've got my little stainless steel mixing bowl where I'm going to be mixing everything together. And as you can see over here, I've got some water that's boiling, well, close to boiling, and I'm going to use a sort of double boiler method so that I don't burn the ingredients. I just want to melt them together so that they mix. And I've been doing a bit of research on ratios, and they say that the best ratio to do is about 1 to 5 in terms of beeswax versus your more liquidy oils. So I'm gonna approximate that and we'll see how it goes. It kind of turns out a little bit of a different consistency every time because I don't really have a scale, so I can't measure super accurately. But I'm just gonna be doing it with measuring spoons. So I've got my measuring spoons here, and I'm gonna try and do 1 tablespoon of beeswax, approximately. It's not gonna be super exact, but more or less. I'm putting a bit more because I know there's air pockets in this thing. So that's my 1 teaspoon of beeswax, and then I'll do 5 teaspoons of my olive oil. And the importance of not putting it directly on the elements is that olive oil and beeswax both can burn easily, and you don't want that. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. And I'm gonna add the shea butter in, see, but I'm not gonna add the other oils in because they can evaporate if they're heated. So I'm gonna add those in later. I'm just gonna add like a spoon of it. this much. There we go. So there's my mixture. And now we're gonna go and melt this over the element. So I'm just gonna hold it like this. I've turned down my heat a little bit. And I'm just gonna stir it. And after a little while, it's gonna start melting together. And the thing about this, that's a little bit of a sensitive thing that you need to keep in mind, is that it's gonna solidify really quickly once you take it off the heat. So if you wanna mix in any essential oils like I'll be doing, you kind of have to do it quickly after you take this off the heat, or still have it on the heat a little bit, but just towards the end of your mixing process, so that you still mix them in well, but you don't get any evaporation, because then you're gonna lose your oils. And as you can see, this is already starting to melt together. I'm just gonna keep stirring it. I've been stirring for a few minutes now, and all of my ingredients have melted together. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in my essential oils. So I'm just gonna reach over here, and I'm gonna grab a few drops of this Calm Your Skin oil mixture. Just gonna drop it in there. And this one smells really nice. It's kind of like a lavendery, flowery smell. I'm just eyeballing this. And then I've got my tea tree oil. Just gonna put a few drops of that in. Here we go. And now I'm just gonna stir it up. Make sure that's mixed in really nice. Make sure you do not touch the bottom of the bowl because it is very hot. Now, all I have to do is pour my mixture into my little containers here. So I'm gonna, oh, my hand is so tired. Just gonna go like this. Okay, there's one. Perfect. Fits perfectly into these two. So as you can see, they're very liquidy, but see, it's already, like here, it's already starting to harden up. See that? So, use that already. Oh, that smells so good. So, all I have to do now is put on my caps, and I'm gonna pop them in the fridge for a little bit, like a few minutes, and then I'm gonna show you the result. One, a two. I'll be right back. Hey guys, so it's been about 10 minutes. And I'm gonna take my creams out of the fridge and see what they look like. So, let's take them over here to the examination board. Nice. So, okay. Coming close, you can see that the creams have hardened up really nicely. They'll still continue to harden for a little bit, but they're about this consistency. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't really know what to compare it to. It's almost like a harder Vaseline, but not as oily. And they have like this really nice smell, which is something between beeswax, tea tree oil, and lavender. And yeah, pretty much good to go now. So I'm just gonna stick these in the fridge for about another hour just to let them harden up fully. But I'm really happy with how the consistency turned out. I was a bit worried it would be too hard, but it's not. So that is it. I encourage you guys to try and make your own hand creams and hand salves. You can use these exact same ingredients in a slightly different ratio, adding more beeswax, for example, to make your own lip balms, which I've also done in the past, and it works really good. Yeah, that is it for today's episode of Permaculture Perspectives, and I will see you next time. Bye!